boys, so we're back here going over the best card at every position in Madden 24. We're here after the first golden ticket drop, and we're going to get started with quarterback, of course. So quarterback, I really think there's three options. I think there's three top-end quarterbacks in the game, and I think it's all about play style, right? So me personally, I like Andrew Luck a lot. I like his ability to pocket pass with that fearless ability. What I would run on him, the set feet lead is baked on for 0 AP, fearless, master tactician, gunslinger, gift wrapped, 5 out of your 9 AP. And with only 5 out of your 9 AP, you can run things like persistent with some other X Factor players if you did want to do that, make them in the zone a little longer if you want to make the golden tickets like really crazy. But yeah, Andrew Luck, I definitely think it should be in the conversation, best quarterback in the game. Now, QB2, QB3, it's really preference as well. I think Chad Powers and also Lamar both have arguments. The thing about these two cards that they have over Andrew Luck is, of course, like the Truz and evasive on like Lamar, or like the Truz angry runs on Chad Powers. I think all three of these cards, if you tell me Lamar, Chad Powers, or Andrew Luck is your QB1, I think you definitely have an argument. Like I said, I think any three of those guys can be the best quarterback in the game. They all have that traditional 4 release as well. Again, think there's some benefits to Andrew Luck. Think there's some benefits to Lamar, Chad Powers. I would say Lamar, Chad Powers probably a little bit more fun. You can like get out the pocket, do some like crazy stuff again with the angry runs or the evasive. So yeah, running back as well is a very interesting spot. So running back should be an X Factor player at this point. They're just so overpowered. It's either, do you want the golden ticket guys, or do you want someone like Eric Dickerson, Bo Jackson, right? There's a lot of people on similar levels, right? I would say the best golden ticket, slightly give it to Breece Hall, I guess. I mean, he's 5'11", 220. When we compare him to Darrington Evans, right? It's a bare minimum difference. They're basically the same card. They both get the jukebox or evasive for 0 AP with human joystick. They also get the freight train for 0. Breece Hall or Darrington Evans. Now, this is where it's interesting. Do you want the freight train, angry runs on for 6 plays, off for 3, that counters momentum shift? Or do you want someone like Bo Jackson or Eric Dickerson with the combine X Factor that will be on every play after 9 plays? I'm going to go ahead and say though, okay? I'm not going to put Eric Dickerson. I'm not going to put Bo Jackson on the list. I'm going to keep Breece Hall, Darrington Evans, some of the golden ticket guys. The reason for that though, okay? These guys actually do a great job of countering momentum shift, because someone will likely cover on defense, Aaron Donald, his 4 AP momentum shift. Once that's activated, I believe it's also 9 plays for that to come back on. But if he gets zapped, it's then 3 plays and then that's back on for like the golden tickets. Yeah, that's why I'm team golden ticket over like Eric Dickerson or Bo Jackson. Now, let's talk about fullback. Fullback, also Mike Allstott, 99 speed. The run block, the impact blocking is really what put him here. I would say, like, if you don't want to spend this much on a fullback, he's someone that also is a running back. Alec Ingold, no Dolphins bias, but he does get honorary lineman and also goal line back, and he might even have better fullback abilities if you want like a true fullback. But from a stat standpoint, maybe you want to get your fullback involved in the pass game, I would lean Mike Allstott. Now, receiver right here is a preference. I think for receiver, you might want the tall guys, you might like the short guys with their possession catch animation. For me, what I'm valuing in receiver, I want the jukebox, and also I want a man beating ability. So that's why, again, not trying to have Dolphins bias or anything, but Tyreek Hill is going to be my #1 wide receiver. And the reason for that is 99 speed, great route runnings. He is shorter, 5'9", but again, the short guys do get some really good possession catch animations versus KOs. Also gets route tech, human joystick, jukebox, all for 0, so he can beat man coverage. He can also be great after the catch, and he also does get that yak 'em up ability as well. I love Tyreek Hill. Think he's one of the best receivers in the game. At wide receiver 2, for me, I am going to have Jerry Rice. Now, I really like this Jerry Rice card. The 6'2" height, 98 speed, 90s across the board for route running, does get that route tech and jukebox combo for 0 AP. So again, man beating ability, but he can also be crazy after the catch. And finally, at wide receiver 3, this might surprise some people, but I am going to have Malik Neighbors still. I feel like people are kind of underrating this card, if anything, but Malik Neighbors, 98 speed, great route runnings, gets the short and elite, which can work like route tech, but also gets the jukebox as well. So he's crazy after the catch, and again, can beat man coverage. And what I feel like I've been playing a ton is either like random man coverage or random man ups, and all these guys basically turn what would be a zone beater into a man beater as well. So I really like this trio. And someone else I do want to just talk about, I think Herman Moore's great, but Vincent Jackson is like the weirdest card, because I think he has an argument too. I think he's an S tier receiver. I just don't know where I would rank him throughout the game, because he's really valuable as a run blocker with that 99 run block. He definitely makes a difference. He's tall as well. Really, the only thing he's lacking is not getting the jukebox. Like, if he got route tech jukebox, he's my #1 receiver in the game for sure, but he's also a beast as well. So I just wanted to talk about him. Now, a tight end, my personal #1 tight end is Dalton Kincaid. Love this card. I have loved his cards all year long. 6'4", 240. So gets that quick juke animation, 97 speed, 90 run block, extremely balanced with that. X factors can get Vanguard, can get the Yak 'em Up, can get Double Me. Again, like other golden tickets, on for 6 plays, off for 3. And just base abilities, Matchup Nightmare and Jukebox. So he is crazy after the catch. And another person that I can still see an argument for as well, and this is probably a lot of people's tight end one still, it is going to be Tony Gonzalez. So I think Tony Gonzalez has 2 values to the team. It's either you run him as a momentum shift player for 2 AP, you call timeouts, you take false starts, you basically never snap a play with him and he wipes the defensive X factors. Or what you can do is you can run Secure Protector on him, and he's still the only tight end in the game, I believe, to get that for 1 AP, which is actually pretty nice because it's going to counter the inside stuff, the no outsiders, most of the time, I should say. And yeah, it makes him a really great run blocker as well. But I love this Dalton Kincaid card, and I've said it in his gameplay video, actually. He's a bill, and if I'm saying a bill is good, he's a great card. But so let's go over offensive line right here. Left tackle, you're just going to want Secure Protector for 0. And really the best one is Andrew Thomas. Secure Protector and Linchpin for 0 AP. Left guard, again, we want the Secure Pro for 0 AP, and that's why we're going to have Quentin Nelson right here. I think Quentin Nelson is an in-game left guard. Gets the Secure Protector and the all day for 0 AP. I would like that on as many offensive linemen as I could get. And that's also why at center, we are going to have Jason Kelsey as well. He can get Secure Protector Identifier for 0. Secure Protector and all day also for 0. So he's going to be my number 1 center. Right guard, Robert Hunt is the smart choice because you get him for free from the weekly wildcards. But I do think Larry Allen is better because he does get that Secure Protector Nasty Streak combo for 0 AP, while Robert Hunt gets Secure Protector plus Screen Protector for 0 AP. So I like Larry Allen's abilities a little bit more. And then at right tackle right here, we are going to have JC Latham, 6'6", 360, Secure Protector, Nasty Streak, 0 AP. Gets a great ability stack, and he's also crazy athletic as well. And yeah, boys, this is what the offensive side of the ball is looking like. Let's go over to defense. And also, by the way, I'm going to try to keep as many people in position as possible. So free safety right here, the best free safety in the game is Mike Reinfeld, in my opinion. Now, is he worth his price? No. But the reason why I think he's the best, this new ability that a lot of people are getting built on is Avalanche. So with Mike Reinfeld, right? Let's pull up the card and let's talk about what you could run on him. So he's 6'2", 98 speed, but again, it's all about abilities for me. Built on Pick Artist for 0. And what I would do again, I would run the Avalanche, Deep Zone, and potentially even Mid Zone Knockout for 3 AP total. And again, 1 hit stick can get you a stop. You can play him at outside corner as well if you wanted to. So that's 3 out of our 11 AP. And then at strong safety right here, not Julius Peppers, not Prez. It is going to go ahead and be another card where, do I think he's worth this price? No. But this is honestly the best strong safety in the game. And I don't know how much better we're going to get, especially giving golden tickets. Like I thought Julius Peppers could have rivaled this card, but no. 6'3" height. And what I would run on him again, he gets the built-on Avalanche for 0. And if you want to run him at a top safety, he gets 3 discounts. So I would go Deep Zone, Mid Zone, Pick Artist for 1 AP. Again, you get the Avalanche on top of that. Or if you want to play him, say, maybe as an outside corner, or if you really want the Avalanche to go crazy, you could go Deep Zone, Mid Zone, Enforcer Supreme. I think that's all great combos on him as well. Try to get, again, the game plan with these cards, get a hit stick, you potentially win the game, right? Now at CB1 right here, I'm going to have Richard Sherman. So I think there is some effective strategies that we could talk about. We're going to go over a best ability lineup here soon. So this kind of talks about abilities, but really like strategy with abilities. We'll go over that in a separate video, but Richard Sherman can get a couple of different things. I think the most popular thing to run on him is Deep Zone, Mid Zone, Pick Artist, 1 AP total. I will say the secure tackler at outside corners, especially given these golden ticket guys that kind of counter like the Aaron Donald momentum shift, not a bad strategy to run. Now at CB2, we're going to use an X Factor spot right here. We are going to have Nnamdi Asomugha with the 6'3" height. You can run Pick Artist, Flat Zone, and universal coverage on him for 0 AP. And he is just, again, an X Factor spot. He's going to get that universal coverage that's on every play, I believe, after 6 plays. And universal coverage is every man KO, every zone KO. So he's going to be a beast for us. And at CB3, this is a slot corner spot for me. That's why we are still going to have Chris Harris Jr. So on Chris Harris Jr., he is 5'10". That's like the one weakness, but secure tackler for 0 built on, mid zone and flat zone knockout, both for 0 AP. Also does get 0 AP pick artist. So you could go mid zone pick artist, flat zone pick artist. I just like the mid zone and the flat zone combo together. And if you need another CB, I would actually consider playing a safety right here. But I mean, someone like Brian Branch that gets mid zone and flat zone for 0, he's great in the slot as well. Now let's talk about linebackers right here. So at right outside linebacker, I am still going to have Derek Brooks. So Derek Brooks right here, the 97 speed. The thing about this card is he does have that built on lurk artist for 0 AP. And then you have a choice. You could, I think for sure you should rock the mid zone knockout on him for 0 AP. You could either go secure tackler for 0, or you could go flat zone knockout for 0. Either or, I think it makes sense. I personally lean the secure tackler again for the X Factor running backs. And we spent 0 AP on this guy as well. Left outside linebacker, linebacker. Left outside linebacker for me is not going to be Calvin. I don't see the reason for running Calvin over Bruce Irvin, I'll be honest. I get he's faster and maybe better stats, but Bruce Irvin's abilities are pretty crazy. So he can go ahead and get the lurk artist for 0. Also gets the tackle supreme, which is great for his jukebox. He shouldn't really get dumbed out like that. And he also gets the mid-zone knockout for 0 AP. So I still think Bruce Irvin is my left outside linebacker number 1. I would say Calvin Johnson, you could treat him more as like a defensive end, maybe a user as well. He's a good pass rusher for sure, but again, I like Bruce Irvin more because of his abilities. Honestly, Patrick Willis is not going to make the list. This is another card I don't think is worth his price. At middle linebacker 1, I'm actually going Gerard Mayo. So these two middle linebacker spots, this one is more of a coverage player. So Gerard Mayo does get the lurk artist, he does get the mid-zone knockout, and he also gets a secure tackler, all comboed together for 0 AP. And like Derek Brooks, you could choose between flat zone knockout or secure tackler. I would again run the mid-zone on him for 0 AP, but at middle linebacker 2 for me, this is going to be our user, and I'm going to have Ray Lewis over Patrick Willis over Calvin Johnson. And the reason for that is the built-on Avalanche 0 AP. What I run on this card is I run the lurk artist, the Avalanche, and the Enforcer Supreme. How I'm using Ray Lewis is I'm saying if I land a downhill hit stick, I get a fumble, I have potential to win the game. So Ray Lewis is my user number 1, Gerard Mayo more of a coverage player. Now let's talk about defensive line. So at right end, I am still going to have Aaron Donald. I think whether you want a pass rush X factor, whether you want momentum shift, whether you just want a great beastly rusher with abilities, he should be your right end 1. The speed, acceleration, power moves, block shift, finesse moves, all great. X factor wise, again, we can run 4 AP momentum shift on him, or we could run like an unstoppable force on him too. I think either way, it makes sense, right? Also for base abilities, the inside stuff, the secure tackler, and the relentless, all for 0. I think he is just a beastly player. Definitely, I was kind of hesitant on calling him end game or not. I probably lean into his end game. Defensive tackle 1 is going to be John Randall. I feel like there's absolutely no debate on whether you should run John Randall or not, because unstoppable force built on for 0 AP is just crazy. I don't see a world where you can argue against that, I'll be honest. And he also gets the inside stuff. He also gets interior threat, all for 0 AP. He's an in-game defensive tackle for me too. It's hard to get much better than him. And the speed, acceleration, the stats are all great as well. Defensive tackle 2 for people that want to run 4 down lineman sets. I would consider maybe playing a defensive end right here. I think overall the defensive tackle position is a little bit weak. My second favorite defensive tackle at this point, like the fridge, you would run him for momentum shift. Harrison Phillips, if you want an X Factor player, he is a beast. And you know what? We'll have him on this list. I was between Harrison Phillips and Mean Joe Green. Mean Joe Green with that inside stuff and interior threat for 0, but Harrison Phillips with Colossus. And if we look at the team right now, right? 3 D-line X Factors and then Universal on Namdi. So yeah, this would be 1 AP. And then left in right here, I would say it's JJ Watt. And this is a card I would consider running the token on too, especially if you can afford someone like Cam Chancellor. Also, by the way, too, I know Mike Reinfeldt and Cam are pretty expensive. So besides them, who would I run? I do want to go with this. B-Doc, obviously, as well. He's also expensive. The person that I've just been running because he's cheap is still Ed Reed. Yeah, if you want a cheaper option, Ed Reed with deep zone, mid zone, I don't hate it. Or potentially playing a corner at safety. And at strong safety, the cheaper option is Troy P as well. Again, just Mike Reinfeldt and Cam just really aren't worth their price, but these are 2 guys that I'm still running myself because I'm not spending 5 mil on Cam. I'm not spending 4 mil on Mike Reinfeldt. Okay, so just wanted to go over that. But JJ Watt, if you have 2 tokens, him and Troy P make a ton of sense. You could potentially have lurk artist, secure tackler, out of my way, and the run stuffer X Factor, which is like inside stuff and no outsiders, all for 0 AP. And if we just look at the defense, right? What are we spending AP on? We have 1 AP on Richard Sherman, 0 elsewhere for our CBs. We have 3 AP on Mike Reinfeldt, that's 4. We have 1 AP on Cam Chancellor, that is 5. We have 0 AP on our linebackers. We have potentially 4 AP on Aaron Donald, that is 9. And then maybe 1 AP on Harrison Phillips, that is 10. That still leaves you with an additional ability point. So yeah, I think this is kind of crazy, I can't lie. And let's go over kicker and punter right here. Punter, I will say it's the Scottish Hammer because he gives a slight little boost to your team. But if you have Pat McAfee, just use Pat McAfee. It really doesn't matter. Kicker, I would say it's Justin Tucker as well because of the clutch trait and the 97 kick power. And he does get all these slow meter abilities as well. Yeah, boys, this is what the best card at every position is looking like for me. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, who should be on the team that is not on the team. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 24, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that noti bell as well. I also stream here on YouTube and Twitch every single day, 2 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. If you guys do want to watch on the YouTube side of things, make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with the follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here because this is why I love this Dalton Kincaid card.